your current Simply Bank temperature standing at 58 degrees. Very comfortable out there for a Monday afternoon in December. We're going to turn our attention to a live in-house studio interview right now. We're going to welcome in a couple of friends of ours. We got Gloria Moser here with the Grayson Foundation, and also someone that's on the Grayson Foundation board. Jamie Kyle is here with us as well, as we make sure I got both mics on here. So good afternoon. I was going to say good morning because it's kind of been one of those things where I've been a morning and afternoon person the past few days. So, but good afternoon to you guys. How are y'all doing?
Yep, good to see you, Dwayne. It's I don't get the opportunity to come in here and hang out on the Better Show that happens, throughout the day. So it's nice to come in here and hang out with you and Gloria.
Well, Gloria, how are you?
Doing okay.
Well,
How
we're
are you?
so glad to have you in here. I'm doing just fine. Well, you guys came in to talk about something that's a part of the Grayson Foundation, and we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. So Gloria, I guess we probably need to set a little bit of a foundation, no pun intended, for people that are listening in or watching in, because we're live on mixtv.tv for the afternoon on this interview. Let's kind of talk a little bit about the Grayson Foundation, if you don't mind, just to kind of set that up so people know what we're fixing to talk about.
Sure. The Grayson Foundation was established in memory of our son Grayson, who passed away from pediatric cancer 2 years ago. And what our foundation does is provide memorial scholarships to Cleveland High students and also year-round financial assistance to families in Cleveland who have a child currently in cancer treatment.
And right now, how many young folks do we have in this Cleveland area? I'm sure you keep up with that.
Yes.
So what is that number?
We currently have nine.
Nine
Kids or teens that are currently in treatment.
Okay.
And we provide gift cards year-round for them and a little extra at Christmas.
A little extra at Christmas. Jamie, how important is it for you to be a part? I know you're on the board.
Yep.
Tell me why this was something that when Gloria came to you, you said, whatever you need. I'm sure I know you and I know your heart. So.
Yeah, so, when I was 8 years old, I ran into a guy named Chris Moser at Hopewell Baptist Church, and we become friends, I guess, at 8. I don't know if you ask each other at that point if you want to be friends or if you just go hang out. But so I've been friends with Chris, since, and then met Gloria when, I don't know what happened to where she, realized it was a good idea to marry him, but she did. And so our kids, Grayson and Elijah, my oldest, hung out. And so when all that, we followed, the journey with Grayson and just seeing Gloria and Chris have to do all that, go through really what they had to go through, which no parent should ever have to do that. And so, that is what kind of inspired me. I think I probably drove them a little crazy, afterwards, because I would call and say, hey, let's figure something out. Let's figure a way that we can, kind of have Grayson live through, other people by whatever that is. And so I knew if you know Gloria Moser, once once she gets on something, it kind of takes off. And so she did that and created the Grayson Foundation, and I'm, happy to be a part of it. And we had a huge golf tournament this year, which I brought the not so good guys with me, and we finished last because there was a prize. Gloria did a prize at the end, so I was like, if we're not going to win this thing, let's finish last. So Gloria has done a fantastic job of really just taking the ball and running with this, and it's helped so many people. I was sitting at a Cleveland High graduation this past year, and it was neat to see the amount of kids, which I believe was 5. Gloria, correct?
Yes,
5 scholarships were handed out by the Grayson Foundation. And so you think about that and the amount of, I've got a kid in college now. I know what the expense is to have that extra help, and to have, listen, she made it a deal that if they were going to give out scholarships, they had to be, kind of involved in, act like, kind of be like Grayson. And which is unapologetically himself, which I think all 5 of those candidates really met that criteria. So it was neat to see Chris and Gloria and Christian be able to go back and do that. So,
Gloria, why is it important for you to continue to give back? I mean, nobody would fault you if you said, look, I'm just going to kind of go over here to the side. I'm going to kind of just stay over here out of the limelight, not really going to want any focus on anything. But you didn't do that. You decided to take a tragedy that was part of your life and say, you know what, other people are similar to the circumstances that we've gone through. We're going to come alongside them, and we're going to help try to prop them up, because I know you had that support when you were going through that, and it was important for you to kind of show that for the next person that unfortunately has to go through those similar circumstances.
Yes, that's right, Dwayne. Our family was so blessed by the community at large. We did not have to worry about finances during Grayson's illness, which was huge. And we want to give back and help the other families that are coming along behind us that are going through this awful journey, to help alleviate some of that financial burden they have.
You know, besides the financial burden, which we know has to be tremendous, I'm sure a lot of it too was just people like Jamie and everybody else that was calling and checking and reassuring you and just kind of being there for you. I'm sure that's probably equally as important when you're going through that, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. Support is so needed. Prayers.
Always needed.
Yes,
Yeah.
prayer has carried us through all of this.
Yeah.
What I noticed too, when they were going through that, just something as small as somebody coming over and mowing your grass.
Oh, yeah.
Which you don't think, is that big of a deal, but when you're, constantly traveling, I don't know how many days you were on the road, Gloria, but constantly going here, there, you're doing what you have to do to help your son, and
Sure.
you don't think about small things like that, like mowing the grass and doing some of those things that we just kind of take for granted.
You know, Gloria, Jamie kind of alluded to something that I saw him smile once he alluded to it. The scholarships that was given out, they had to kind of had some characteristics of your son. So kind of talk a little bit about that, because he did love life, didn't he?
He sure did. Our scholarship application has some unique requirements. We asked the recipient to write an essay and tell us how they have things in common with Grayson's personality, such as him being unique and being himself and being comfortable in who he was and confident. He was a left-hander, so that's a little unique. He
loved music too, right?
He was in the band,
Yep.
loved percussion. He also played golf. So,
And you probably don't remember this, but I was his first baseball coach back. I think he was 6, and I conned Chris into bringing him out, because he was a left-hander. I was going to teach him how to pitch at 6 years old. So,
Yeah.
but enjoyed it. Wound up playing first base. I mean, Chris put him out in the outfield, and I was like, we're going to figure out something else for him. So yeah, just a ball of energy and loads of fun. I think the Halloween before the year he passed, he was dressed up. I mean, just wanted people to treat him the same way as they've treated him his whole life. So
Right.
it's just the way he was.
Again, our friends are here, Gloria Moser and Jamie Kyle, talking about the Grayson Foundation. Well, let's get into what you guys are doing to get some funds to continue the work and the scholarships that you're doing. And if I've seen my notes right, it's something to do with the Titans. Is that right, Gloria?
yes. I found out the Tennessee Titans has a charity program where they sell discounted tickets, and a percentage of that ticket goes back to the nonprofit that they are partnering with. And
I see that on the screen
yes,
there now. That's awesome.
We're thrilled that they accepted the Grayson Foundation as one of their charities to work with. And so what it is you can purchase a $45 ticket to the Titans home game on December 17th for just $45.
Wow.
And $10 of that goes back to our foundation.
Jamie, kind of talk to us a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we all know, Dwayne, that the cost of going to an NFL game, a major league game, and stuff like that is pretty absorbent when you have, or not very absorbent when you have 5 people like I do, right?
Yeah.
So, for $225, I can take my family of 5 to a Titans game, and I'm not really sure. It's been a bit since I've been up there, but I'm not really sure that would even come close to getting 3 tickets, 3 good tickets, and so. I think this is something to where you can go and enjoy. And Gloria, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's pediatric cancer or kick cancer on the 17th. That's their game.
Yes, their slogan for that game is Kicks Against Cancer. And the first 300 charity tickets sold get an opportunity to go on the field and do a field kick after the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would probably get that block back. The block the high school needs
Yeah.
to put on their feet. I'd do that, try to kick it through.
So this would make a great Christmas gift. So that everybody's always looking for something unique, and they're always trying to think of a way. You know what? I would love to give to an organization, but I've got to get some Christmas presents. So you can do both. This is a 2-for-1 deal in the sense that you're giving back to the Grayson Foundation, plus you're getting something that either you can gift to somebody else in your family or whatever, or do something to treat your family to go out and see the Titans play. And if you've not been to the Titans game, I know everybody's, well, they're not that good this year. It doesn't matter. No. To go to any NFL stadium and see the caliber of a professional football team on the field. And let's face it, the stadium there is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Well, and just the area around it's beautiful, right? Yeah. I mean, just getting there, you could make a weekend out of it since they play on a Sunday. You get up there Friday night, you can go up there and kind of spend the weekend and then finish it off with that. I think it's something neat that you like to see NFL teams give back in this Absolutely. Way. And it doesn't have to be necessarily in Nashville for the Titans to do this. I mean, here we are in Cleveland, and the Grayson Foundation is front and center, with the Tennessee Titans. So it's kind of nice to see that they're willing to give back, and it's really cool. Dwayne, you mentioned Christmas. You can go before Christmas and enjoy the game, right? And then that gives you time to do whatever you want to do during Christmas. Yeah. So 17th is not too far away from Christmas Day.
No, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead and get that present out of the way, give it to them, and boom, they're ready to go. And what else can you do that's any better than that? You know what I'm saying? So that's something I think would be a home run. So get busy. Gloria, give me the details again, because we want to get people on this as soon as possible, because like you said, it's on the 17th, so we got to do this. And I said Christmas present, so I guess I should have maybe been a little bit more on the front side of that. Do this for Christmas, give it to them early, and they can go and they can enjoy that. You're exactly right.
Or Hanukkah, whichever one.
Yeah. So Gloria, give us the details again about what we're doing.
Sure. You'll need to use a specific link in order to get these discounted tickets, which will be shared on the Mix 104 Facebook page soon. You can currently find it on the Grayson Foundation Facebook page. It's pinned at the top. And our Facebook, make sure you type in the Grayson Foundation 1 and look for the red headphones, and you'll know you've got the right page. So you click on that special link, and then you enter code Grayson Foundation, all caps.
Okay.
And that will get you to the right tickets.
We've got that on mixtv.tv right now, that still image, so you can see that and take a screenshot, pass it around. But when this comes up on our Facebook page, we're going to have that up soon. We want people to share that. We want people to put it on their social media platform. Let's make this a big thing for the Grayson Foundation. And thanks and kudos to the Tennessee Titans for doing something like this to help out with organizations like the Grayson Foundation.
Dwayne, I'd be remiss if I didn't also mention that in next year we have a pretty big golf tournament that filled up really fast. That we basically, I think we had 36 teams.
I'd have to look back. We actually had one over the maximum they told us we could have.
Correct.
Wow.
So you need to be looking for information early and often about this golf tournament, because it's very popular. It's at Flagstone, Shadow Valley, whichever one you want to call it now. So, but you want to make sure you tune in for that, because, again, funds from that go to the Grayson Foundation as well to help with scholarships and helping other people that are fighting the same battle.
Well, Gloria, we appreciate you coming in and all the hard work that you're doing to help out. You said 9 other families.
That's right.
Right now that's experiencing either childhood or teenagers going through cancer right now. So first of all, always pray for these families. I think that's the most important thing we can do. Pray for strength, pray for healing, pray for the doctors and the caregivers and everyone else, because, there's an array of people that goes through this battle in there.
That's right. Your whole family goes through it, yes.
It's not just an individual or just a couple of people. It's really an army of people that go through that together. So just pray for those people that support.
And one other thing too, Dwayne, it's, Gloria did a fantastic job of chronicling, through the whole process. A lot of people don't do that. And so there, you said we mentioned 9. It's just like Christmas. We talk about, there's 1,500 kids in our community that that need Christmas, and they're like, there's 9 kids going through this, and I know of one, but I don't know the other 8. So that's the thing is we really just need to be in general, but also reaching out at I'm sure Gloria can attest to this, but saying I'm sorry, probably not the right thing to do. But I think you should reach out. How can I help? Like,
Sure.
you know, I don't want to bring you money if you've got money. I want to come mow your grass if you need your grass mowed. I want to come do this, do that. So there's a lot of things that you can do in this situation to help them, and spreading the word, you know, like with the Grayson Foundation, to get help, you know, because I'm sure, you know, Gloria and Chris, they go to First Baptist. You see Chris's ugly mug up there singing every Sunday. You know, a lot of people knew them there, and that's not the case for everybody
Every
else.
family,
And
you're exactly right.
You know, you want to make sure if you do know them to, you know, kind of help them reach out to other people to help them as well.
Yeah, support comes in many ways. You brought up a very good point there, Jamie, from whether it's helping with the yard work or some other errands that people might need to have done, odd jobs around the house for these families. And then the gift cards, Gloria, those are just tremendous, because I know that there's so many expenses that come up during this time. Just to be able to have a gift card to go get gas or do this or run here or run there is a tremendous thing that the Grayson Foundation does for these folks. As we close here, I'm just going to kind of let either one of y'all or both of y'all say anything else in closing that you want to go back to. Gloria, if you just want to go back and repeat
Sure.
just a little bit of the details, and Jamie, we'll close it out with you.
Yep.
Sure. Just to reiterate why we're here today, we have a partnership with the Tennessee Titans to offer discounted tickets for only $45, and $10 goes back to our foundation as a fundraiser. And this is for the December 17th home game at noon against the Texans.
That'll be a big game. The Texans and Titans, they leave it on the field. That'd be a great game.
And as a reminder, the first 300 charity tickets sold will get an opportunity to go on the field and do a field kick on the Titans field after the game.
Kicks Against Cancer, helping benefit the Grayson Foundation. Let's get on it. And again, this would be a great early Christmas present, the best way to say it. If you're looking for that unique thing that somebody can enjoy, let's get on that this week. Give it to them. Say, hey, I know it's a little early, but here's your Christmas gift I wanted you to be able to go out and enjoy. So, especially those huge Titan fans. You know, some of us are not fair weather friends.
This is true.
You know, some of us say, well, the Titans are great. They're not great, but I still am a Titan fan.
At least you're not a Falcons fan like some of us that work here, right?
That's right. So, Jamie, I'm going to end it up with you, and we appreciate you coming in with Gloria today.
Yeah. So, season of giving, right? This is the time that we give, and you know, this is just some small thing that you can do, and you can go enjoy a game in the process that will go back and, you know, like I said, I've known these guys for a long time, so the amount of money they receive, that goes out faster than you'll ever see in your life. They want to make sure that they help people. So any way that we can, as a community, help them, the Grayson Foundation, us, the Grayson Foundation, raise money, I mean, that's what we should do. And
Right.
so going to an NFL football game, I've been to a bunch of college football games, a bunch of MLB games. Take your kids. You know, go tell them what it's for.
Yeah.
I think that's important. So, just make sure you do that. This is an easy way to give back.
All right, well, guys, thanks so much, and thanks for the hard work that you're doing for the Grayson Foundation and all the things that's behind the scenes that day in and day out people don't see or recognize, but it's being done because other families are getting the benefit of that. Guys, great to see you in our studio today.
Thanks for
Have a
having
great
us.
rest of your day.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We're going to get to some more sounds of the season right now. What about some Mariah Carey on Mix 104.1?